This is a Predator arm cannon, and this is the real-life Predator shoulder cannon that I built to shoot these tiny little iron-tipped Nerf darts covered in a little bit of Grandma's secret sauce. Why did I build it? The answer's simple. I really love Predators. But even more so, I really hate Predators.
Great balls of fire. Guess who just crawled out the Mother Maya that can make you trust a motherfucking liar? A real sucker jiver. Vaughn never been a duck and diver. He spit on the mic, yuck saliva.
Now, the other day, I was watching Papa Arnie on the big screen when suddenly he stopped and stared deep into my soul, uttering but a few words.
Fucking hate pedophiles.
Then magically, like Baja Blast being injected directly into my veins, I was stricken with a holy light, and the forbidden knowledge was passed down onto me. I then knew my mission was to make a weapon, one stronger than every single DIY Iron Man repulsor combined. Now this is an Arduino, a tiny little microprocessor that can take my lines of stinky, boring code and turn it into sick, cool, hip servo motions. Now all I needed was some wires, some servos, a little bit of hot glue, and 17 painstaking hours in which I tried to learn how to code Arduinos. It's done and ready for testing. And here's when I ran into a little roadblock. Just what was I going to fire from the Predator Popper 9000? Nerf darts. Fun little foam toys used by children. Except we're just gonna mash a blow dart on there and call it a day. Now we could just dip these little rapscallions into, say, cyanide, but I found it much more effective to use cocaine. We won't kill the pedophiles, but we will give them a lifelong addiction that will hopefully cause them suffering. Now before we go and test it, it's time for, you guessed it, some nerd shit. Skip to this timestamp if you don't give a fuck. Now it all starts with our Arduino controlling these two little servos right here. One connected to the x-axis and one the y-axis. A signal is sent from my joystick down to the Arduino, telling the servos to move to a certain degree indicated by my joystick. And by controlling both servos at once, we can whip it. Whip it good. Then we connect a CO2 tank to it, and just like that, a weapon is born. But I know what all you degenerates came here for. Targeted attacks. Now it is time to test our Predator plasma caster. This is Frederico, or as you can call him, EDP445. We're gonna murder him. Now in all honesty, I'm kind of scared to shoot this from my shoulder because this is powered by a 800 PSI CO2 cartridge, and I don't want to stab myself, but it's time for science. And I really hope this doesn't stab me. But turns out I didn't even have to worry. I couldn't even hit my target. Well, that didn't go well. But after a few more tries and figuring out the recoil, I started to land a few hits. Oh! Oh, right in the top of his noggin. Poor guy. I think that most of my misses were due to the immense kickback the CO2 cartridge was spewing out. Alright, let's fill it back up. And this would be proven right when just a few minutes later, disaster struck. Damn! The CO2 had completely taken apart my shoulder cannon, but luckily, with some duct tape, a makeshift turret was born. I think that'll hold through the CO2 kickback, but we'll have to see. But at this point, a few holes were blown into my dart, and after a few more misses, I decided to switch over to point-blank scenarios. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln, 2023 colorized. It didn't even work. Yes! He's dead! Woo! Look at that. Look at all that crack cocaine going into their system. They're dead instantly. So it can assassinate people. What else can it do? Well, it wouldn't be a YouTube science video without a little bit of cups being knocked over. Little caster, you was beautiful, but look, ruins. Maybe the Iron Man repulsor. Maybe it really is the ultimate weapon. Now for legal reasons, I do need to disclose that it is illegal to hunt and kill pedophiles. And while they're terrible people, they're still people. So just dose them with cocaine instead. Wait a minute. And in the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger, fuck pedophiles. And I'll see you next time.